Alright guys, well welcome back to today's vlog. Unfortunately, this is not the most exciting topic to talk about today. We've had a couple of deaths here on our homestead, specifically with our rabbits, and for the life of me, I cannot figure out what is causing them. So I'm turning to you guys. Hopefully there's one of you, at least one of you, that has some expertise with rabbits, because I'll be completely honest, we've only raised rabbits now for almost a year, maybe not even quite a year, and we don't know all the answers, and I don't know if I'm doing something wrong. So in just a moment, I'll kind of give you guys a little bit of a backstory on our setup, what's going on, and then I'll dive into the story as to what happened. Like I said, if you have any theories, we'd love to hear your response, because we got to get this figured out as soon as possible. So jump back about a year from this point and we purchased our first 2 female rabbits, and those rabbits came from a local breeder that's not too far from our house, about 20-25 minutes, and she came a highly recommended. We love the process. We got our first 2 rabbits home and they did amazing together. The only issue that we actually ran into was the 2 rabbits had been together since birth, and they would not let us separate them for any reason whatsoever. I mean, I got to the point when we take one rabbit out, say, to clip her nails, or if the kids wanted to hold them, the other rabbit would go and hide and start pulling its fur out, or would kind of huff and puff it in the cage. But if we took the 2 out together, they did great. If they were in their enclosure together, they did great. And we did a lot of research at the time to see if it was okay. A lot of people recommended separating them, but we decided to keep them together, and they continue to do amazing over the course of the next year. Fast forward about 3 months after that, and my wife decided that she was kind of tired of always having to take the 2 of them out to hold them or to play with, or if one of the kids wanted to, the other one got really upset. So after talking to some breeders at a local 4-H swap meet, they said, you know what, if you want a rabbit that really wants to be held and a rabbit that wants to be played with, your best luck's going to be to get a male rabbit. So we did go that course. We adopted a male rabbit. We built a second enclosure to make sure that he was separated. We didn't want any baby rabbits at that point. And he has done amazingly well. He loves to be held. In fact, he doesn't like to be sat down. And he's done great. My wife, on the other hand, though, thinks that he is kind of lonely being by himself. So she came to me a couple of weeks ago and said, hey, I want to find another male rabbit. And at that time, my only concern was, would they get along if we put them together? So we did some shopping around at another swap meet. And about 3-4 weeks ago, she found another rabbit, a male rabbit, that she purchased and brought home. And we put them together. We kept a very close eye on them the first couple of days. We'd take them out at night, so that way, you know, they were only together when we were out watching them. And they did great the entire time they were together. In fact, I think we only separated them the first 2 nights, and after that, they did perfectly well. Fast forward, though, and about 3 or 4 days after getting him home, he started sneezing. And I remember my wife made a comment at the time that the breeder who she bought him from said that he had some slight allergies and a runny nose. And, you know, it wasn't like he was having these major sneezing fits, but he would sneeze once or twice a day, and we kind of hear him outside. And they were kind of loud sneezes, to be honest, but it wasn't anything I was too worried about. I said, you know, dogs, people, other animals can have allergies. Rabbits must be able to as well. I don't know. So I told her we'll just keep a close eye on him. And really, he didn't get worse, he didn't get better. It was just, like I said, a couple of sneezes a day, maybe a little bit of a runny nose. And if he'd got a little bit of a runny nose, my wife would go out with like a baby wipe and wipe his nose for him. Now, again, we had him for about 3 or 4 weeks, and then suddenly, about a week ago, we just found him dead. And no signs of injury. He was eating, he was drinking. It was just kind of out of the blue. And I told my wife, I said, well, maybe it wasn't allergies that he had. Maybe we brought him home and he had something. So I said, thankfully, the other male rabbit will be by himself. And the 2 girl rabbits, they're off on their own in a separate enclosure. So I think we'll be okay. And we were for about another week. And then the next week, one of the girl rabbits just suddenly up and died in the middle of the night. All right, Bram, you want to show them what you came out and found?
Yep. So I was doing the usual, came out to give him some strawberries. I wondered why Nellie wasn't coming to get all the strawberries I put in there, and I looked back, said Nellie, and I seen her laying down, and there was all those flies. And that her eyes were open, so I went inside and told Mom and Amelia that Nellie might be dead.
Yeah. Why don't we open it up and we'll show them what it looks like. This is a 8-foot by 8-foot pen that we built. We have a hutch back there. We were using a chicken feeder. It just seemed to hold food a little bit better. And then they do throw a lot of scraps in. We have some other feed and water over here. And this is what Bram found right behind the hutch. And like I said, she was very active, very playful yesterday. There's no wounds on her. We just have no idea what happened to her. Now, I have security cameras over on that side of the barn where our rabbits are, and I can see nothing attacked it during the night. It just was very playful the day before into the evening. It went over, laid down, and died. No sneezing, no runny nose, no injuries. We have no idea what happened, but we now have 50% of our rabbits that are dead, and we want to breed them here pretty soon. But I'm not going to breed them unless I know exactly what happened, or at least have a good idea of what happened, because I don't want it happening to more rabbits. So that's where I'm turning to you guys. If you have any suggestions, any ideas, any theories, please leave them in the comment section below. Like I said at the beginning of the video, we are not experts at raising rabbits. It's only been about a year for us. We've had 4 rabbits at this point, and I want to expand how many rabbits we have in the future. But like I said, I'm not going to do that unless I know exactly or have a good idea of what's going on, because I'm not just going to have rabbits die. So like I said, we'd really appreciate any suggestions you guys have. We'll be reading the comments, and then I'll probably follow up with another video here in a couple of weeks after I've kind of gotten to read through everyone's information and had some more time to think about it. But other than that, I know that some people are going to ask what we're feeding them. We are feeding them a general all-purpose feed, rabbit feed from Family Farm and Home. It meets all their nutritional needs from what the packaging says, and that's the same feed that all the main breeders around us are feeding them. We were also supplementing some table scraps. We, kind of did a search on everything that was safe and not safe, and a lot of breeders said that the best food to give rabbits is watermelon. So they were eating quite a bit of watermelon right before they had died. So I don't know if that could be the case as well. But like I said, I just want to hear from you guys, see what you guys think. As always, we do appreciate you guys checking out these videos. Please subscribe if you haven't already, so that way you can see the follow-up video. And until next time, guys, we appreciate it, and we'll see you then.